Happy Thanksgiving weekend. It's Friday. The markets are going to close in 15 minutes. Last week and the week before, we talk about the month of November. We talk about this Thanksgiving week. We have come up during this whole holiday week. It's the best reversal from the election right back to key resistance levels. And we are going to still maintain that you don't want to bet on the U.S. government. And what do I mean by that? Whether they do anything or not, you will be selling into the resistance levels from this holiday week rally called Turkey and Christmas. You got Saint Nick and the turkey, both Thanksgiving and Christmas, and you have a combined rally from the sell-off in the Dow back to the 200-day moving average. We told everyone over the last few days of what this would look like from a deep oversold condition. Now, what it broke through support at the 200-day simple moving average on the Dow will be that resistance level that we talked about. Dow up 140 points. Back to the S&P 500 chart. Identical, except the S&P 500 is different. It's back above the 200-day. We talked about yesterday in our updates, not on Thanksgiving morning. We did updates and we talked about how this would come up and hit this 100-day simple moving average. And we also are telling you that the best thing to do in this kind of an event, because this was the correction deep oversold low, sell into resistance. If you don't, you stand to regret it tremendously. That's on the S&P 500, and it's better in the key indexes on the daily chart. Still, all of them have daily sell signals from deep oversold conditions. This is the time of year that stocks are supposed to rally in November and December, but I would not put your faith in Congress, because that's what you're putting your faith into. You're not putting it into the stock market, you're putting it into Congress. Once again, the NASDAQ composite recap here, deep oversold condition. We talk about the resistance levels right here yesterday, last week, and the week before. This is that when you get deeply oversold, yeah, these are bear trends that are traded off at the bottom. And there's a NASDAQ composite turkey rally. Merry Christmas to everyone. Not only that, when you take a look at the NASDAQ 100, you can see too from a very deep oversold condition that they've worked their way off, but they always choose a half a trading day like today. Thursday was Thanksgiving. They were closed yesterday, and then you had Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And these, they use this week to do that. And good for them. You just need to know that when they come up and hit resistances from deep oversold, that there isn't any resolution. You need to sell into these things now. And we're just telling you that because that's what we're doing. Yes, we take the long side of the market, but then we're cash into these areas. So this is your market recap. I've done S&P 500, NASDAQ Composite, NASDAQ 100, and the Dow. And I've done each one of the charts, leaving you with the NASDAQ 100 here and leaving you with the NASDAQ Composite. As I said, it's above the 20-day moving average. There's that resistance, deep oversold. So you work the oversold correction off, but the fiscal cliff and Congress still are the same. So once again, we wish you a very good weekend on this light half trading day, and that you spend the time with your families and whatnot. Think about calendar 2013. It's going to be very challenging for the bull, the way that it looks. If that changes, we'll let you know. However, we do want you to know that should we have a correction in the first half of 2013, should that be the case, we will give you the management needed. You can sign up. We'll have bear ETF weekly classes, bull ETF weekly classes. We'll have high frequency trading algorithmic exchange model ECNs, how markets work. We'll have 5-day training courses on those. Everything that you need between now and calendar year end, we are provided for you. Right now, I've concluded the market recap, and I conclude that everyone deserves prosperity.